So today I'll give you practical training on operating systems and uh, DOS or disk operating system. So Windows is an operating system. Windows has got a graphic user interface, and today we will learn about file management. So before going to file management, let me tell you, this is the screen of my computer and this is start menu. When I click the start menu, it opens up list of all the programs which are there on my computer. So this is how we interact with Windows graphic user interface. So now what we will do today, we will go to a particular directory. So let me go to a particular directory. This is first step. I will click on this PC. It may be my computer in your system. In my system, it is this PC. I clicked on this PC. Then I double click on a particular drive. I have these three drives, drive C, drive E, and drive F. Drive means hard disk or a floppy disk or a compact disk. This is here DVD I have in drive F. So drive C is known as local disk on my system. Drive E is known as Sompal data, and drive F is DVD rewrite drive. I'll double click on C drive. Is it visible? My screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I had double clicked on C drive, and this is the list of directory and files on my C drive. So this is the list of directories and files. I will double click on users. So these are this is the list of users, or these are the users which uses my particular system. And my name is here. So I double click on the folder or directory known as Dr. Sompal Singh. So this is the again list of directories and files in this directory. Then I'll double click on folder known as DOS lecture. So this is our folder of interest. We will work in this directory today. So you have learned how to go to a particular directory. We have reached here in a directory known as DOS lecture DOS lecture. So this is the path of this directory DOS lecture on my computer. This is the path. It is located in C drive, in directory known as users, in subdirectory known as Dr. Sompal Singh, and this is my directory. And this directory have three more subdirectories known as folder 1, folder 2, and folder 3. And there are these two files, file 1, file 2, and there is a program known as myprogram.bat. So this is the list. So I know that there are these two files. So I click on file 1 and then I right click on file 1. If I right click on file 1, I can go to properties of this file. And in my last lecture, I told you about attributes of file. So this file is read-only file. So I can read this file, but I cannot edit or write in this file. So this is a read-only file with read-only attribute. So this is about file attributes. Then if I want to create a file, I will right-click in this folder and then create a text file. And let me label this file as file 3. So this I have created a new file known as file 3. So this is my file 3. So if I want to, let us say if I want to copy this file 3 to inside folder number 3. So I right click on this file, then I click on copy, I double click folder 3, I right click in folder 3 and paste my file there. So this is file 3 here inside the folder 3. So we have copied file 3 from here inside folder 3. If I want to move my file from this folder to another folder, I'll cut it from here. So I have cut it from here and then I open folder 2 and right click in this folder and paste my file there. So my file is now in folder 2 and it has disappeared from this folder DOS lecture. So this is how we move a file. So there is difference between copying a file and moving a file. So this is how we have moved the file. And this is a program. If I double click on this program, it will run. It will execute or run. So in order to run it, I can double click it or I do a right click on it and then I click on open and this will execute the program or run the program. This I'll talk about a little bit later. So up till now, I talked about going to a particular directory. For this, I had to click on this PC or my computer, whatever the situation may be, then select a drive. I had selected drive C in my case. Then I opened up directories inside C and I repeated this step until I reached the directory of my interest. Then I read the list of all the files there. I did a right click on a file and viewed its attributes. I copied a file to new directory. Then I moved a file to new directory. I can also delete a file. If I right click a file, I can delete the file. I can delete entire directory also. I can make a new directory and I can copy the directory and I can edit a file. So these are the things which we can do under the operating system Windows. And Windows has a graphic user interface. We just have to double click or single click or right click or left click with our mouse and the context menu will appear, and using that menu we can either copy it, cut it, paste it, delete it, and so on. So this is about Windows environment. What about this operating system? So this operating system is not a GUI operating system. So this adding. Uh, Let me skip this. This operating system is not a GUI based system. It has certain general commands. So this is for clearing the screen. This is for uh, looking at the current system date or changing the date of computer. This is for getting current time or editing the time, and this is for exiting the DOS command window. So how to open DOS command window now? You click on Start menu, then you go to System Tools. These are the Windows System Tools. Then I click on Command Prompt. This will open a DOS environment for me. So this is my DOS environment. So this black window is a DOS environment, and you can see that it is not a graphic user interface. It is a command-based system. So I have to type commands here. So first of all, I'll go to the directory of my interest. And for that, the command is, so it is change directory, that is cd to, I want to go to uh, DOS, I want to go to DOS lecture. So now I am in DOS lecture. So is it clear how to go to a particular directory? In Windows, we clicked on my computer and then we clicked on directories, and then we reached our directory of interest. And this is a command-based system. I have directly typed the command here as cd or change directory. You will type cd space followed by the name of the folder. And I am now in this folder. So I am in DOS lecture folder. So now I want to get the list of files and subdirectories in this particular folder. So for that, I'll type dir. So this dir command will provide me the list of all the folders. Folders, by folder I mean a directory or a folder. So it has the folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. So there are 3 folders here, and there are these 2 files, file 1 and file 2. So this is how you get the list in a DOS environment. In Windows, the list was displayed with icons, beautiful icons in front on your screen. But in DOS, it is in the form of list. So there are these 3 directories and these files. So now there are some general commands. So general commands include, one is, if my screen is full of these commands and results and I want to clear my screen, so I'll type CLS. It will clear my screen. So CLS is a general command. I want to know what is today's date. So I'll type date, and this will return me today's date. So today is 24th August 2020. And now there is a prompt that enter new date. The DOS is asking me if I want to change the date. No, I don't want to change the date, so I just press enter. Now it is again in command mode. I want to know what is the time, so I write time and then I press enter. So the time is 14 hours, 37 minutes, 3 seconds, and then 29. So DOS is asking me to change the time. No, I don't want to change the time. I press enter. So I am again in a prompt mode. So if I want to, I am in my directory DOS lecture, and I want to know the attributes of a particular file. So attribute may be either read only or hidden or archive. These are the few attributes. So I want to know the attribute of file 1. So there was file 1, and in Windows we have seen that file 1 was a read only file. So I want to know it from the DOS side. So I have typed the command as attrib, stand for attribute, and then after a space I have written file name. Now I press enter. So it has provided me that file is ready for archive, A stand for archive, and file is read only. So this R is for read only. If I want to know the attribute of file 2, so it is ready for archive, but it is not read only. So file 2 is not read only file. So this we have also seen in a graphic user interface Windows that file 1 was read only. I want to copy my file 2 to a particular, I want to make another copy of file 2 and label it as file number 4. So I'll write here as copy file 2 and write it as file, let me say 6. So it will copy file 2 and it will copy it as file 6. So it says that one file has been copied. So if I want to look at this new file, so I'll type dir, which stands for directory list. Oh, this is my file here. So it has now 3 files, file 1, file 2, and file 6 here. And then there are these 3 folders. Okay, now I want to delete file number 6. I don't want that file. So I'll type delete file 6. So it has deleted my file. If I want to check whether it has been deleted or not, so first of all I clear my screen now. So I type cls. Now screen is clear. I want to know whether file 6 is there or it has been deleted. So I'll type dir for directory list. Okay, file 6 is not here. So we just have file number 1, file number 2, and then these 3 folders. So file has been deleted. I want to make a new directory. So I type here as make a new directory, that is MD, and the name of my directory is my folder 7. So let me make a new directory known as folder 7. So I have typed MD space folder 7. So it has probably created it, but I don't know. So I want to get the list again. So I want to get the list of directories. Okay, it is there. So I have now folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, and folder 7. So this is how you work in a command-based user interface. We are working on a command-based user interface. This is not a graphic user interface. Windows was a graphic user interface. So we can also write our program software using DOS. DOS is a primitive language. We can write basic programs, and some people make video games using DOS language in a DOS environment. Those video games, they work. So let us go to our PowerPoint. So I want to get out of this DOS environment. So to get out safely, I'll type exit command. So I'll type exit command, and then I'll type enter. So I have exited the DOS window. So these are some general commands. One is clear the screen, getting the system date, getting the system time, and exiting this DOS environment. Then we have these commonly used DOS commands for file management. One is to go to a particular directory. We use change directory cd or chdir. You can use either of these. To get a list of directory and files, we use the command dir. To get attribute of file, we use the command attrib. To copy a file, use copy. To move a file, to cut a file and paste in another directory, use move command. To delete a file, use del command. To delete a directory, you can use deltree, deleting a directory. And to making a directory, we have made directory using DOS. So we use md. And to copy entire directory, we use xcopy. And to edit a file, we use edit command. So these are the commands, DOS commands for file management. Then there are certain very useful commands for disk management in DOS. And the commands are for checking a disk for error. So if I suspect that there are some errors in my pen drive, I'll insert the pen drive, I open the command prompt, then I write check disk command, that is chkdsk, and it will check my pen drive for errors in it. I can also label my drive, as you have seen that drive C is known as local disk. So local disk is label of my drive C, and drive E is known as Sompal data. This is label of my drive E. So you can use label command in DOS to label your drive. You can use format command to erase everything on your drive. So this is very dangerous command. Do not play with this. If you use format command, it will erase everything on your drive. And basically it will format your drive for new data. So it will erase everything. We can use defragmentation command to improve the performance of our drive. So these are certain disk or drive management commands. Then we can do programming also. I told you about that some people write software programs using DOS, and some people write games also in DOS. So for writing a program, we need certain algorithmic language. So you might have learned about algorithms in mathematics in your 11th and 12th. So for algorithm, we need certain conditional statements like for statement or if statement. So for example, if there is a rainy day, then I'll take umbrella with me. So this is like if command. Then echo command, it will, DOS will echo back your characters. I'll let you know the use. Then go to a particular line. In an algorithm, you skip everything and go to a particular line, and then break out of the this thing, your program. So for programming, we need certain commands, and these are the few commands which are used for programming. I have also written one program for you. Let me show you it. So this is program which I have written. So I have written if exist file1.txt. So if this file is there in my directory, then echo that file is present. So it will echo as file is present, file present, and pause for user. Else, if file is not existent, then you echo that file is absent. So this is a small program which I have written using if statement, and this is for you people to have a feel about how to write a program. So this is my program, and it is where it is. It is there in my directory. So I rapidly go to my directory it was in users directory, then it was in Dr. Sompa's directory, then it was in DOS lecture directory. So here is my program. It is known as myprogram.bat. So let us execute this program. So to execute the program, I told you that you can double click on that program or you can right click on that program and then open it. So I have opened it. Okay, it has run beautifully. So what is the result? So it has written that file is present. It has listed my program here. This was my program and it has written that file is present. So file is there. So by using this program, I can understand that file one is present and it is waiting for my input. So I press enter and this program disappears. So this was my small program. If file exists, then echo file present and pause. Pause means wait for user to type something. I pressed enter and then this program exited. So this is a particular program which we have written. So I think this is all for today. Have a nice day. Any questions?